Gemini. Welcome back to Angels Light Tarot. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly general message for July 5th through July the 11th. And of course, we are starting with your lovebird bonus for those of you who are in a beautiful, beautiful romantic bond. All right, angels, what are the messages for? Thank you. Well, that was nice. All right, one more message, please, from the hummingbird deck, not the hummingbird deck. Yes, the angels, the fairy dust. Yes, all right, so you see that? You see that? Okay, so Gemini, there is nothing but love around the two of you this week. It is time to celebrate. The time is right to shout out loud. Don't hesitate to jump around. I feel like this week is going to be filled with love, intimacy, contact, things of that nature. I see you walking literally on cloud nine this week with your lovebird. Now let's move on to the single Geminis. Thank you. Looking for love this week. Angels, what are the messages for singles? Thank you. I feel like it is this one. We have, the sacred woman and learn. A little nudge is, it's now your turn. Put on your thinking cap. It is time to learn. I feel like there is a bit of healing that is going on this week with you. Healing past hurt, healing past trauma this week. It's kind of like it's time to start that process. Slowly but surely. You're like, what? Yeah, there's something inside of you that needs to be healed before you move on. Yes, and you're like, no, that's not what I wanted to hear. All right, now let's move on, but I kind of know, you know what I mean. All right, now, angels and guides, high vibrations for lovely Gemini. Thank you for 7 little days. That is it. Thank you. I feel like that goes up that way. Now let's add one from my mama's deck. Thank you, angels, high vibrations for lovely Gemini. Adding one from the dragon's deck, and remember the dragon's deck is right side up. Yes, to get out all the goodness from the message, topping it off with the, you're like, wow, that just did that, right, Dora? That just did that. Angels, high vibrations. Yes, and yes. Come on, angels. Thank you, and thank you. There we go. Thank you. And whoa, we're going to add one from the Buddha deck to get the spiritual message from the week. For the week, and it's generosity, and I see why too. All right, now there we go. Let's tidy up a bit, and we'll get right into your message. All right, Gemini, this week, it feels like with the 6 of Wands, it feels like things are changing in your direction, but not as fast as you would like it to. I see a snail, right? A snail's pace, and it is driving you crazy, but it's going to turn around very quickly. With the 6 of clubs, I feel you're saying, well, it's about time. I deserve this. I should have had this a long time ago. Why did I have to work so hard for this? Okay, now that is the major theme for the week. Waiting, and then you get it. But be grateful, okay, no matter when it comes. Now, when we look at the recent past, you had the 10 of Pentacles with the 6 of Spades, boundaries, the 4 of Clubs, and the 9 of Clubs. So I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles, there is an element of, in the recent past, abundance was around you. I feel like with the 6 of Spades, this was something that you definitely worked for. And I feel like this abundance, it felt a bit controlled, if that makes sense. You knew it, but you had to let go of it. That control, I feel like maybe you felt like you didn't have control of the abundance in your world, and you had to get control of it. And in order to do that, you had to let some things go in your mind of how money looked like. what was your relationship with money? All right, now when we look at the middle of the week, we have the Four of Swords with the Two of Diamonds, realign, Eight of Spades, and the Ace of Diamonds. So I see in the middle of the week, you thinking, trying to process about a financial partnership. It's time to start thinking about it in a different way. You're gonna get this, you know how you get really tired during the day and then all of a sudden you get a second wind? It's kind of like you're going to get a second wind and you're going to start something new. Maybe it's you're adding to what you are actually doing or starting something brand new, and this looks like this is your baby. This maybe you don't want to do anything with a partnership anymore. You want to do things your way. It could have been the partnership could have been with a bank, a mortgage company, or something of that nature, and maybe, or a job, that 9 to 5 or something like that, and you're like, you want to go out and do your own thing. Entrepreneur energy, I feel. You're thinking about it. I feel like you're thinking about it. Some of you are thinking about walking away from a job, a 9 to 5 job, or a relationship, depending on where you're sitting in this reading, this message. I feel like if this is about a relationship, it feels like the relationship has kind of gone to friendship status. You feel like this is a relationship, but you feel more like friends. It feels like you're wanting in the middle of the week to kind of propel yourself forward, like, I can be by myself, I got friends, right? And if you are with a 9 to 5 job, you're thinking, I could give all this energy to myself and create my own dynasty, if you will. Now, let's take a peek at the end of the week. We have the Five of Wands with the Knight of Cups, the Six of Hearts, Place, the Nine of Spades, and the Eight of Clubs. So by the end of the week, I see there is a disagreement. And I feel like even though there's a disagreement, I feel like you have the ability to calm this disagreement. This looks like it has to do with more than just one person. Maybe it's somebody at work, maybe it's friends and family, but I feel like you have the ability to emotionally handle this, because emotionally speaking, you are already responsible in your emotions. People depend on you, I feel. They depend on you. They've always depended on you. With the Nine of Spades, I feel like you're going to let go of a stubbornness in the way you think, or you're going to help someone else let go of a stubbornness in the way that they think. You may be very generous in this. Even though you know you're right, you're going to help them see that maybe they're not right, but at the same time, you're going to do it with love. You might even discard your own feelings just so that you can move forward, because you are right, but they can't see it. That's all I'm saying. But it's not like a deal breaker. It's kind of like, you know what? Whatever. I hear you say whatever, right? It's not worth fighting over. Now, even though you're right. Okay, now let's take a peek at your bonus. You have the Nine of Cups with the Queen of Swords, the Five of Clubs, timing, 10 of Hearts, 10 of Spades. So I am picking up, there is a lot of love around you, absolutely. With the Queen of Swords, I feel like there is an element of you having to step up and take command of a situation. I feel like this command, I feel like you're not wanting to change your mind about a situation, but I feel, or how you're responding to a situation. This looks like with someone that you love. You can be cold sometimes. You can be cold sometimes, or they can be cold sometimes. But I see you trying to change this behavior. It's going to take time, but you have the love. You have enough love around the situation to see it through. Is this going to take a lot of work? Absolutely, but it will be successful. So the generosity is kind of like giving them the freedom to think the way they think, even though you know that it's not right. But sometimes people just don't have the capability of seeing down the road like you do. Okay. So I see you're giving them grace in that. You're giving them grace like they really can't see it. They really can't see it. So you're not going to want to, There is a part of you that's like, you know what, we just can't do this together. We can't do this together. I need to do it my way. In the middle of the week, that's what I feel like is happening. You're deciding, you know what, they don't see eye to eye. We don't see eye to eye in this situation. I need to just do it on my own. That's in the middle of the week. In the end of the week, I see you trying to get them to see it your way. And I feel like you will give it your best effort. You will give it your best effort. And I feel like you will actually give them grace. Maybe do it their way. Because you feel like the way you're approaching this situation is not working. You kind of got to step back. Kill them with kindness. That's what I'm picking up. Kill them with kindness. Because they're just not getting it. And you're like, it's driving you nuts that they're not getting it. So in the middle of the week, you're feeling like you should just do it on your own. And the end of the week, you're trying to include them in this situation. I feel like you will give them a bit of grace in this situation because there's so much love here that you just adore them and you know they adore you. So I feel like this love is going to help see you through, see you out of this situation, okay? So I'm going to leave it there. I send you joy, namaste, and much, much love sent your way.